Hello everybody, this is Carnage Panda, and we're back with more Final Fantasy Pixel Edition. I do apologize for the last couple of episodes. The program that I used to record audio deregistered my microphone, and I had no idea that it was not recording my commentary, so it's unfortunate. I can't recover the audio, and by the time I had realized that, I had saved this game. So there were very few options for me to do. I had to either replay the entire thing up to those points and re-record the episodes with new audio commentary, or give zero fucks like I am right now. So just going ahead, and I just was looking at the bestiary the other day because I wanted to get the enemy types down, since we've come to a point in the game where I'm going to be doing a lot of weapon swapping with the thief. And so I wanted to know what kind of enemy types I needed to be looking at, and one of the most interesting things is we are going to look at an enemy like the Cobra. The Cobra is a dragon, so look out for them dragons. And that seems to be the case for every snake type enemy in this game. So do we have any others? Maybe the scorpions are dragons. Now, there's a lot of enemies that have no type, but oh, look, anaconda. This is a dragon. So yeah, dragon right there. Okay, so anyway, I'll just get into the episode and continue off where left off, which was after going out of the Earth Cave. For the first time, we killed the vampire, and I did note that they made him speak in that Bela Lugosi accent in the subtitles, text box anyway. So we'll just switch back to the Warrior, since it's a Warriors episode, and continue going on. Now, another thing I noticed is the Werebuster. That was supposed to do damage to enemy types of the lycanthrope class. You know, basically, this is a werewolf. It's going to do more damage. And what I noticed when going through the bestiary is that they've taken out all mention of werebeasts, and the Werebuster actually says, let me pull it up. It does a sword that is effective against beasts. So there's an enemy type called Beast. And it looks like this has actually been buffed. I tested it out, and it looks like it does extra damage to every beast type enemy. So I guess it was buffed? And I did boot up the PS1 version, which is the closest version I have, and anybody has, to the original game. And the Werebuster actually says that it does extra damage against werebeasts. So hooray for us. Also, people are talking mad smack about the thief. I don't know why. You can see this for yourself, that the thief is doing really well. He's getting us lots of preemptive attacks, and he's just completely murdering the enemies. Like, the thief can't even compete with that damage. Look at that, he's doing like double damage to the warrior. Well, not to the warrior, but he's doing double damage of what the warrior's doing. Okay, so now that we have the Star Ruby, the, what do they call this guy? Give me Star Ruby and I let you pass. Is that Titan? I can't remember. Crunch, munch. Nothing tastier than rubies. I'm gonna go home now. So yeah, after you kill the vampire and get the Star Ruby, you can feed it to this guy and he just fucks right off. By walking through the map. Now we're gonna go down here. And there's some loot down here. And some lesser tigers. Actually, if I recall, the lesser tigers are like one of 3 enemies in the game that are actually worthwhile to get item drops from. I can't remember what they drop, but there's one that later on that drops, is it dry ethers? Or maybe it's the lesser tigers that drop them. And then there's one at the end of the game that drops elixirs. And those are the only ways... Oh, this is why. X potions. Okay, yeah, they drop X potions. And that's the only source of X potions in the game. Such a coincidence that they would drop an item when I'm talking about it. The chest contained Great Axe. We're going to ignore that because the Werebuster is better. It's a weapon for the warrior. 620 gil, 450 gil, and a Mithril Helm. So we'll give him the Mithril Helm, and we'll be good. And keep going. Okay, since we got Wargwolves, these are beasts, so the, actually, I should do this while I'm right here. I don't need the Coral Sword. I had the Coral Sword equipped because I had gone back and got some items, because you can't do that in Melman. There's no item shop. I want to go back to the Rune Blade, because the Coral Sword is only really good against aquatic creatures, and there's no aquatic creatures on land. Go figure. But since we got the Werebuster, he's going to be doing 200 damage. So he can compete with the Thief against beasts. Which is really nice, you know. I'm pretty sure in the old version it only like hits werewolves and were-tigers. And that Great Axe that I got has higher attack power than the Werebuster and any other weapon that the warrior could get at this point, but as you might have saw, the accuracy was lower, so it's not actually as good of a weapon. It will drop my warrior's attacks by 1 per round, which causes him to do less damage, even though the weapon does more... supposed to do more damage. Werebuster better. Oh, look at these ogres. Oh, White Mage doing work. I don't know why people are complaining about the Thief. He's really good in this version. Like, he's awful in the original, but here he's... oh, man, he just does so much damage, and he gives you all those preemptive attacks. All I'm going to do is praise him all day long. Can't stop the Thief. He only gets better as the game goes on, too. Okay, so you were the ones who defeated the vampire, eh? He was but a servant. The beast corrupting the Earth Crystal lurks much deeper within the cavern. Here, take this staff with you and use it behind the vampire's chamber. Staff. You obtain the Earth Rod. Yeah, so there's just some dude chilling in a cave with the item that you need to proceed further into the game. Not sure that's actually a rod, though. Just this double-ended vibrator dildo thing. Okay, continuing. You run into goblins. Why are we running into goblins this late in the game? Like, they had their day back at the beginning. Just go home. Go home. Never come back. The 7 XP. Come on. I guess on the plus side, since I lost all that audio commentary, is that I can just use it over again and recycle it because no one knows what I said. Which I'll probably do in future episodes. I'd like to stop fighting tarantulas too. These guys are a waste of time. And they poison. Look at that, 250. He's hitting PBs of 300. Like, I don't know why people are saying, oh my god, this guy's doing worse than my warrior. Did I just get a hacked copy of the Pixel Remaster? And he's doing great? Like, I'm trying to watch videos of other streamers and YouTubers that are playing this game, and he seems to be performing on par with my guy, and I'm trying to get a gauge on how the Monk and the Red Mage are going, because I'm obviously not playing with those two classes, and I kind of want to do a playthrough, and I probably will in the future since this is a short game, just so I can know what they're like, but my expectations is that the Monk is just going to be the same as he always was. He's just going to go over there and rearrange people's assholes with his Kung Fu. And the Red Mage is going to be good in the early to middle game, but he's going to drop off in the later game. Because he doesn't get the equipment options that Fighter, Thief, and get for like their melee weapons and armor, and he doesn't get as many spell charges or as good a magic as the White and Black Mage. But yeah, the Red Mage is really good in the early and middle game because he can equip some heavier armor. Like, he has better defense than the Thief for most of it, just because he has better armor options. And since most of the magic in the original game was just bugged, and a lot of spells like Temper did nothing, like you would cast it, it would take your spell charge away, and then you wouldn't get any of the beneficial effects. I just his melee is pretty good, you know. Like these two, Phoenix Down's not going to do that. The white and black mage, their melee is terrible, but the red mage, he makes up for his lack of spell power by having, you know, melee options. So he doesn't have to waste spell charges. That's most of the reason why I took the red mage. I would take the red mage and the ninja because they both have pretty good buff spells. Like red mage and ninja, they both get temper, which is there's a superior option to it, but temper is damn good. Wait, that's not the exit. The exit... Oh, I could get there from here. Now, the superior option is Saber, which gives you 16 extra attack and 10 accuracy, which could give you an extra hit, which obviously makes it better. But Temper, you know, for the time that you don't have Saber... Oh, there's another thing that's with it, too, because Saber is self-only, and it's a Black Mage-only spell, too, so... It's kind of not as good, but there's something that will let us get around that later in the game. Temper gives us plus 14 attack, so, you know, for what it's worth, it's a good spell. Yeah, suck it, gargoyles. These are the gargoyles from the Gargoyle TV show. I just wasted all of them. Show is canceled. That's what happened to it. Light Warriors came in, killed all the gargoyles. They couldn't go any further with the show. Yeah, we got some mummies here. It's another game that I want to play is the Mummy Remastered. It's supposed to be a Metroidvania. And a lot of people say it's a pretty good game. You know, for being a game based off of a movie IP. I'm gonna have to play that at some point, but that day is not going to be today. Yeah, preemptive strikes. You just gotta love the thief. You're not getting that with other classes. Now I'm gonna use the Rune Blade because the boss that we're gonna encounter at the end of this place is, as we can see, he is a mage. He's also undead and he's got the magic type. I'm not sure what the difference is between the mage and the magic types. I don't know why they had to put in two of them. It really confuzzles me. Alright, take them out. I think these wraiths are mage types too. Oh, doing work with the Werebuster. Got the level too. Are we on B3 yet? Yeah, you better run, but you failed. Fail at running. Paralysis is like the worst status effect. That happens so bad in the first one. You just always run in. The warrior would get paralyzed because he's in the top position. And my black mage is about to die because I'm a fool. There we go. Level ups. Alright, he got some strength. Intellect is all that your mages need. Ooh, a good HP boost. Like, they're never gonna be good fighters, so why worry about that? You only need intellect since it improves your spell damage. Alright, now that we got these high potions, boom, full health. That is such a good thing because the potions in the original game only 30 HP, and you had to buy 99 every time you went to town, and you could only buy them one by one. It was nauseating to deal with that. I don't know how a 10-year-old me put up with that shit. Okay. Bats in my way. I didn't even need to go in there, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta go in there. My poor warrior. Well, you get thief for your trouble then. Come on, you can take them out. 300, let's go. This guy's an absolute beast. Oh, maybe the fighter will get a damage bonus against him. Is he up to 6 attacks? I didn't... Is he still at 5 or is he going to 6? How could you go before the thief? He's so fast. Now, I did see some rumors that the other Pixel remasters are... Wow! I think we need a Firog in here. Let's get a heal in, too. But the other Pixel remasters are coming soon. I read that the 4th one is supposed to be coming out on the 18th, which is 12 days from now. 5 is coming like September 11th or something. And then 6 is coming out September 30th. Now take that with a huge pillar of salt because that they could change, you know, they could change their release dates. 10 XP left! But that's very promising news because I think I will be done with all of these by that time. Well, definitely by the time 5 comes out. Playthrough 4, I'm going to love it. Another preemptive strike. Can we get a preemptive on the boss? Oh shit, why did I do that? Stop it! Stop it! You're wasting your spell charges, even though they're weak against that. I could have used Fyra. Alright. Okay, more strength for Sasuke. Oh, HPs, yes! More intellect and HPs, that's all that my Black Mage needed. Now, I was gonna complain that... Damn, thief! You gotta stop getting the jump on the enemies. Oh, 6 hits now! We're done! It's over! Yeah, I was gonna complain that the, additional XP and the reduction to get into the next level makes this game too easy, but they actually buff the bosses. They give them, like, 1,000 more HP apiece. And then, in the late game, they have, like... I lost. I need to go back to that room up there. Oh, there's chickens. Okay, let's kill the chickens. But, you know, since the bosses are buffed, it's not really that bad. Oh, shit, yeah, petrification happens now. I think I have Stona, but I'd rather use a gold needle. Where is it? Stona? Oh, wait, Stona is level 6. Whoopsie. Let's get some heal in there. And you can defend. Oh, God damn it, they would petrify the fucking warrior, too. Alright. One of these is gonna land. Why would you attack him? Alright, yeah, these guys petrified. They suck. Don't waste my gold needles! I'm gonna have to rearrange the auto battle. I like it when I could just set it and forget it. I like the troll's the troll's pose. He's just like, oh my god, what do I do? Can I counter another one? Oh, these guys, okay. I have to heal the group and use some Fyra. And I don't know if this was one of the episodes that I got the commentary cut off, but since these ochre jellies are here, I wanted to comment about a D&D monster that I always wanted to fight with the gelatinous cube. And I couldn't remember at the time, but now I do, and unfortunately, it was never one of the monsters that we fought in any of our campaigns, but I wanted to fight it so bad. Too bad in my early days of D&D, I only played shitty warriors, and I kept trying to make dual wield work. Dual wielding work, it just doesn't work. I mean, you could do it, but... Monsters! It's not really a good option. Oh, an ogre mage. And I think these guys are beasts, so I'll let the warriors deal with them. Yeah, just attack. It's over! Like, how are you gonna compete with this? Now let's go. 6 hits, I can't believe that. Thief is just way too strong. A staff, okay, that's garbage. Monsters! Let's go. over. It's over, you guys. Sorry, I had to get a drink there, man. It's been a long day and I'm thirsty, so I was like, yeah, nom 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 nom, this is good. D20, monsters! Oh, new enemy, Sphinx. Let's go, come on. Ow, they kind of hurt. Don't hit my mages anymore, jerks. It's over. Goddamn thief is just unstoppable. 5450 gil, monsters! Man, they're messing up my thief. Come on, Sphinx. No, don't stop it. Okay, I'm gonna have to use a high potion on him. 1455. Oh, these high potions are so great. I love them. 3 potions in 1. Why would they send these guys after me? Like, why? They just need to retire. Go away. Clink. Oh, I can't wait till I get to 6 because that has a great battle system. Speaking of which, this game at least uses a lot of sound effects from 6. So yeah, it's a huge mishmash. Because this one is actually kind of based off the GBA port, but combined with the original NES version, if that makes any sense. The GBA port is where they actually made other classes better, because before that, the warrior was the only class that was worthwhile. Damn, stop hitting me! Hit too hard! Okay, they're about to level again. Ah, not again. It's gonna be so much easier a little bit later. Don't poison, don't poison. Poison. Damn, I already gotta drop another high potion on him? I better heal the thief, or the warrior too. Oh, maybe the white mage needs some help. Alright, leveled up. Oh, he's getting some agility there. That's good. More intellect. That's all I need for my white mage. High potion. Clink, 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 clink. Okay, they're good now. Okay, just keep going. We're almost to the end. You know, the Earth Cave it's better than the Marsh Cave as far as dungeon crawling goes, but... Oh god, why did I waste another fire charge? No! My warrior's gonna miss out on XP now! Oh well. Wait, he still got XP even though he was petrified? Okay. That did not happen in the original. Yeah, I went back to that town to get items because from here on out, we're going to start encountering all the... I did it again! Why? Why? I mean, it's not even worth it. Yeah, we're going to start encountering all these nasty new status effects. Monsters! Okay, we just ambushed the treasure chest. How do I explain this? So, some dude was like, I need to stash away my precious stash of 2 Hyenodons, an Ogre Chief, and an Ogre Mage in this chest for safekeeping. And then later, these 4 assholes come along, open up the chest, and these guys were gonna jump out and be like, surprise! But instead, we were like, surprise to them! And they're like, oh fuck. Alright. Easy peasy. Alright, do we level? No, we don't. You obtained a tent. Monsters! We did it again! Can't be stopped here. These guys didn't even stand a chance. They were waiting out this whole time to ambush some unsuspecting adventurers, and then they get ambushed. Like, how bad do you have to feel at that point? You're like, oh man. Alright, let's go. Why would you get strength and agility? You're a black mage. Oh, 50 gil. Monsters. Oh, we did it again. Seize the initiative. Can't even perform an ambush right. Alright. We won all the encounters in the chest. The chest contained mithril shield. Alright. Getting way better armor for this guy. Look at that defense. He's climbing up in the world. It's an unstoppable tank. Damn, these guys still hit like trucks. I can't believe they put these guys in the marsh cave. Like the first fucking dungeon you go into and you have to face these guys. What were they thinking? It's like you're playing your D&D campaign. Everybody's a level 1 fighter, thief, cleric, and a wizard, and then you roll into your first encounter and it's a goddamn Tarrasque. Okay, give me your staff. Alright, we're going to the next floor. I think we have enough time to smite this boss. Oh, it's a troll! He's like, oh god, what do I do? They got the preemptive strike on me! And it's over. Thief just makes this game a joke. Like, it's not hard to begin with, and I'm sure you can do well with any other class that's not the Thief, but you just roll it up on everybody, and they don't have a chance. Can we ambush the boss, though? That's the big question. Alright, we got some tarantulas. Tarantulas are the only thing standing in our way in the boss. Alright, get him. Yeah, you better run. That's scary, man. Okay. We go through here, and we find the boss. Can we kill the boss? Well, first, let's burn some high potions. Because we're wasteful like that. Alright, we're gonna do this. Oh, I've decided that the boss has like an Indian accent, so who speaks to me? I am he who feeds on the power of earth. I will not be disturbed by mortal men. I am the Lich, fiend of earth. Yeah, so they buffed this boss. Okay, all he could do is fight, and all he could do is fight. I got the, right blade on. Yeah, the rune blade does extra damage to mages, and I said that earlier. He's a mage and magic, so this is gonna hurt. Okay, so what I gotta do is I gotta start dropping these, because since he's a mage, he's gonna just start ravaging the party with multi-target elemental spells. So I gotta get those buffs up. And here's our first time. Yeah, until I get my guys buffed, they're gonna be doing pathetic damage. But as soon as I get my guys buffed, they're gonna tear him apart. And what haste does is it doubles the number of attacks you get in each round. So it's gonna be amazing. Put up no blaze and temper our thief. Look at that, 12 hits. Oh man. As soon as he gets temper, it's over. plus 14 attack on him. I wonder why the Lich is not casting spells. Does he just know it's over? He's like, oh man, that thief's gonna get me. I can't do anything. So the last we have is Null Frost. Alright. And since this guy is undead, he is weak to fire. Ooh, look at that. 347. One thing I did note when I was looking at the beast area is that, like, every undead creature is immune to, like, every status effect under the sun. Okay, since we got the buff, that would have done over 100 damage each. It's nasty stuff. He's also weak to the Dia line of spells, but I need her to heal right now. Taste our warrior. 19 damage. Come on, man. You can do better than that. I just buffed him. Oh, it doesn't matter. He couldn't handle the thief. And that was the Lich. At 3,000 gil and 2,200 XP, and we restored the Crystal of Earth. Now, I do want to say I think it was much cooler in the NES version when you restored the crystals to power. Because, like, this sheet of light would just come pouring out of the ground and then go off into the air. And this just is kind of weak compared to that. And we could just exit the dungeon. Don't have to walk back. Doesn't matter. We're done. Anyway, that's a good point to end this episode. So leave a like, comment, or subscribe down below. Have a great day, and I will see you all next time.